Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Trails, the second chapter. For today we're going to Elmo to investigate the hot springs there and all the results we've gotten from checking up on the septine veins. But before we go there, there are two things I'd like to mention. One, we still have this chest to open up, so I want to do that now because I've been thinking so hard that there's a monster in there. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just an item. So I want to do that now because we have the CP for it and we are in the area. And the other thing is, this episode for today might be a bit of a shorter episode because I'm actually a bit sick at the moment. But I didn't want to deny you guys a daily Trails episode, so let's get straight to it. But if I sound a bit weird, that's the cause of it. Alright, let's open up this chest. Let's see if there is something in it. Oh well, at least a monster was inside it, but not a very spectacular one. Interesting.
Take that.
Yeah, we just want to take out the yes.
Let me show you the true
The insects as soon as possible. Well, it doesn't seem like a very powerful set of enemies. Okay, what can you do? Yeah, I'm not gonna waste any CP on the rest of them. I'm not gonna say they're not worth it, I'm just gonna say that they're not strong enough. Now, go for Olivier. With a little bit of luck, he would have all his CP back by the end of the battle.
Take that.
We're gonna go with the weaker enemies first. Yes, huddle up. They shouldn't be too far away for Tita. Yes. Yeah. And he's stoned. Nice. Perfect. Yeah, this chest has been conquered.
Seems you came up short.
Silver earring. An underwhelming group of enemies and a very underwhelming item. Doesn't mean that I don't want it. It's an item from a chest, so it's mine. Definitely. You try watering the chest to see if something will sprout, but the only thing that grows is the smell. Yeah, waterlock damage. Alright, let's head over to Elmo and see what we can find out there. Ah, good, you're here. Mrs. Mao. Hello again. Murdoch called ahead of you lot. Told me what was happening. There's been earthquakes all over the region, huh? Odd. Odd, nothing. This whole thing is bizarre, but maybe you can help us. Actually, I'd like to turn that around, as I'm about to contact the guild anyway. Something strange happened just a few hours ago. What? An earthquake hit here too? I almost wish an earthquake might be less destructive. Let me guess. All the earthquakes around the region has drained her spa of all the water? Because it's a natural spring. So any disturbance to the geological site will definitely be able to upset things like that. Well, picture's worth 1,000 words, huh? Come, see for yourself. It's gonna be that, isn't it? Ooh. What the okay, that was something totally different. What in the springs are boiling over? This really is bizarre. The water isn't supposed to get this hot. Believe me, I'd like to know what's going on here too. Right after I got off the phone with Murdoch, I heard a big fuss over here. I came out to see what was going on and found this. Maybe the pump is broken somehow? It might be emitting heat or... Wait, no. It couldn't heat all this water. No, the pump is working fine. I checked it a second ago. The way I see it, something at the source of the springs must have changed. So, I'm guessing temperature changes like this aren't too common? It's never happened while I've been here, and I've been here half a century. It's worrying, to say the least. I seem as though this could be related to our quaking Earth, no? Perhaps the excitement of the septium veins has increased the temperature of the water. That's really likely, actually. And if the water keeps getting hotter, the spring will be too dangerous to live near. Like heck we'll let that happen. Come on, let's go find the problem. Mrs. Mao, where exactly is the source for the springs? Would you mind if we investigated the problem? I thought you might ask that, so I fished this out the back of a drawer. Go on, take it. Still received a wooden gate key. A key? It's the key to that wooden gate near the pump shed. The cave down to the source of the springs is that way. Sweet! Thanks, Mrs. Mao. I didn't know there was a cave like that. You're always so on the ball, Mrs. Mao. Thank you. Oh, don't worry. We're the ones asking you for a favor after all. I can't well let the customers spoil themselves like eggs, and we can't even use our water for washing. I'm counting on you to get to the bottom of this. You bet we will. Well, we'll definitely get to the bottom of that cave, because if we need to check the source, that's where it will be. A mysterious cave which may hold the secrets to the earthquake that have plagued us. We should only take to the stage when we are properly prepared. Yes, I suspect we might find a certain sunglasses-wearing gentleman inside. We should be on our guard and prepare accordingly. Yeah, I think we're more than ready. We have a little bit of damage because of the chest fight, but that's basically nothing. Because I'm sure we're gonna fight a multitude of enemies on our way down there. Equipment is more than fine. Leveled is way more than fine, so I think we're ready. Aw, how can we make hot springs boiled egg like this? They'd be hard boiled in a second. The hot water is boiling. Is it really happening? What a scoop! I've got to get my camera ready and grab a picture. No, wait. Shouldn't I get the situation written down first? Okay, calm down, think calmly. Default, get a picture, then write a story, because the situation can change drastically. Yes, first I need to grab some photos. Alright, time to shoot. See, you got it. Good luck investigating the spring source. If things continue on like this, we're out of business. What a mess. If the hot springs are no good, the inn can't keep up business. Perhaps there was a change in the earth. I'm thinking so. I'm thinking Ouroboros probably put a device near the source or even in the source. If the hot springs are done for, so am I. Please hurry up and fix it somehow. My store lives and dies on the patronage of the bathing guests. I know. Oh, everything's at least above 10, just the way we like it. I thought it was loud outside, and wouldn't you know it, the springs was just bubbling away. As a housewife, it's nice to not have to take the time to boil the water, but I suppose that's not the problem. Yeah. Because usually spring water is rich with sulfur, and trust me, that's really not nice cooking water. For the springs to get hot, that they boil. I wonder what happened on the ground. Well, we'll try to figure it out. Sure is nosy out there. What's going out on front? I wonder if some monsters wandered in. Well, can still happen. The day is still young. Yeah, I'm just checking with everyone just to make sure we've got all the information we need. Yeah, I think he's at the boiling spring. Yeah, you only have food. Great food, but still food. Poison, blind, and freeze. Okay, water is still there at least. I really was gonna clean the bath, you know. But there's so much steam that you can barely see your hand in front of your face. What's going on? Yeah, I think you should stay out of there at least until we get back. If we get back. Because if the guy with the sunglasses there, the man in black, then it's gonna be a tough fight. Because he's an agent of Ouroboros and they don't mess around. The gate is locked. Finally we want to see what's behind this. I wondered that so much in Trails the first chapter. And always thinking, why isn't this opening? I knew in the back of my head it was probably because of the second chapter or the third. But still. You can't contain curiosity. Ooh, Fountainhead. Sound like a really nice indie band. Welcome to Fountainhead. I would definitely try and watch that. Alright. Damn, so much steam coming out of that cave. The effect does look really cool though. Hot springs, Fountainhead. Wowza, it's really boiling in here. If you fell in there, the burns could kill you. It's scary. While the boiling water can cook us like lobsters, the steam is an even greater concern. Water need not to be liquid to be deadly. We must be careful. Yes, a very good point. The geyser seems to follow a pattern. We should watch them carefully and move when we have an opening. Okay, follow me. Still gonna fight all the enemies then. Ah, such a long stick and you still miss. Ooh, that's nice. Alright. I think the only way, if I understand the comment right, is the only way they can get unpetrified if someone unpetrifies them. They won't do that by themselves over time. So let's just leave them until the rest of the enemies... Nah, you can do it now. So fickle, my thoughts sometimes.
Seems you came up short.
Decent amount of experience after all those poems. I'm impressed. CP absorb. Ooh, no, 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 no. You just made my shit list. I'm sorry. Okay, so there's 10 at attack at least. Still an annoying attack though. Oh well, our party is more than strong enough to deal with it, but yeah. Prickly seed. Seems obvious. Yeah, we do need to keep in mind to also look at what the enemy drops, just in case it's something very useful like a quartz or a weapon, especially when it's a weapon. Because like I said it a million times so far, that pole we have is from an enemy in the Rune region, and it's still viable at this time. Insanity, I know. This shouldn't be as hard as what? Oh, those enemies. They're nasty. Well, if they let us attack them from behind, I'm fine with that. Let's hope there wasn't a miss because of the petrify on my weapon. Acid and petrifies foes. Ooh, yes, yes, that is very nasty. Wind and water. Total earth blockage, of course. Logical, because they are from earth. Fire though? Normal. Alright, let's do a water 2 with you. I'm just hoping there won't be too many of these in the level, because they can be very annoying. Yep. Mainly because of attacks like those, because they are insanely strong. Right, anything fancy? Portal? I completely do. It casted by an expert. Still very powerful.
Enjoy the show.
Alright. Terrible. We're sorry. The item fairies haven't restocked this chest yet. Please, come visit us again soon. Yeah, those fairies should be fired. Because I have gone back to chest I picked up when I just got here. They're still not filled. Damn, fairies. Let's time it, because I think the damage will be pretty severe. Would you move? There was an item there. It's gone now. Yeah, if you're not attacking me, I'm not attacking you too, because like I said, you're not worth it. Because my level is more than enough for this region. And there are weaker enemies with better rewards for me to acquire. Alright, not bad. I think we have everything in this room. Ah, the extermination monsters we had. Yaka! Well, let's get the Yaka out of there, because if there are no allies to enhance, then his skills is pointless. Okay. I take that back. Let's get that prickly bastard, and then meantime we can see what kind of damage Estelle can do with her magic. Not bad, especially for Estelle. Oh, that's so weak. Well, at least he only does super recovery on his own. Oh, he's still alive. That sneaky prickly plan. Good. That way he can recover himself. The bar can, but he not so much. Good.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, I need to check. I thought it was going to be something in that direction.
Take that.
Going after the CP killer first. But that CP is mine. No one is going to grab that. Alright, let's put him to sleep. Aww.
Take that. 99 kitty cats.
Alright, no. We're in dead clouds, come on. Alright, so a little quick healing. Yeah, that damage is substantial. I'm hoping that before we reach where the boss is, or the source of the tremors, we get a chance to prepare ourselves. Gemini boots. Who hides their valuables in chests out in the open? This is supposed to be a modern nation, you know. Oh. Might as well equip them. Alright, just needed to make sure that the offer was female or male. Rainbow Surprise. Found a scroll paper with a Rainbow Surprise recipe written on it. Learned the recipe. Very thoughtful. You gaze into the empty black void of the chest and for a fleeting moment you feel very small. Right, that's a lot of the things done here, I suppose. Found smelling salts. You see a heart carved around Edel plus Doggy. Where did this chest come from? Edel and Doggy. Nice. I like references to other games of their franchises. Yes. Yeah, if you don't know East, definitely check it out. Great games. I think I did 3 Let's Plays of them on the channel, so it's pretty good. Ooh, nope. Yeah, my impatience will be the death of me. I thought the other way was gonna be forward. Oh well. In pay. Yeah, I want to get the booster or debuffer out of the way. Shouldn't be a problem, right? Yes, right in the zone. Right, you're gone. Now let's focus on the other 2. And the reason I'm continuing on this path and not going back to the other is the other still looked like it was going further, so I'm hoping by going in this part we might find a chest and that's it. But if there's a chest and it's a red one, it's definitely gonna have some monsters in it. And if by any chance this leads to... oh god, same feeling I have with the other side. Well, if this does lead to the end of it, we will go back towards the springs to see if the other branch has a chest for us, because no chest left behind. So confusing. Alright. Separate chest, nice. Always good. Baby, come back, you can blame it all on me. I was wrong and I can just live without you. Yeah, probably a famous song that I just butchered with my absolute gorgeous singing talent. Hey, we all have one useless talent. Singing definitely isn't mine. And the further ahead we're getting, the more I get the feeling that this was the right way. Now stay firm. Is that the source? Hey, the water isn't boiling here. Looks like that's the right temperature for a bath. Splendid. There's only one option for us, my friends. Let us dove our burdens and bare our souls to one another. Yeah, you go right ahead with bearing your soul, Olivier, while we'll watch. In horror. Ignoring him though, it really is a great bit of hot water. Wouldn't hurt to dip our feet in, right? Alright, a footpath it is. Probably a place for us to recover. It is just the HP though, sadly. Softening balm. So, what really stops you from wearing more than 2 accessories? Social decorum? No, because imagine wearing like 6 different necklaces. You just look stupid. Wait, I think that's what they mean with social decorum, isn't it? Yeah. Machine planker. You open the chest, ponder putting the item you took back from it, and close it again with a soft smile. Yeah, ponder it all you want, that thing is mine. $444 to $454, 10 points. From area S to area M. Woo, likey. Bigger areas, always better. In combat, of course. First the CP stealers, then the prickly bastards. Close enough now? Holy crap, that's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Definitely an M. I like it. Ah, come on, at least one of them should have been petrified. Alrighty, let's show us what you can do. Then Shara can take care of the prickly. Ah, come on! I knew it was gonna be something like that. Yeah, he's probably trying to prep for a wall. Yeah. We know the enemy, but you're outnumbered, so maximum guard, really cool. Not very effective.
We did it!
Ooh! Ah, I couldn't turn around. Yeah, I didn't think the tortoise was gonna be that fast. Whoever expects a turtle to be that fast? We all heard the stories.
Take that.
Alright, that's one gone. Stare this puppy open. Yeah, he's probably gonna wall up now because he's almost done.
Take that.
Like retracting his head into his shell. Oh? That's very brave of him. Self can help him. Nicely done.
We did it!
Yeah, I just wanted to check if behind the steam there was like a room to walk. Oh, no. Now let's go back. Let's go back. Huh? We've been here. Did I walk full circle? I did. Damn. Yeah, these caves are confusing.
Yeah.
That's better. Alright, those are gone. Next target. You're not even thinking about buffing or debuffing, isn't it?
Take that.
And they are pretty quick, to be honest. Now after fight we really need to pay attention that we don't walk in a circle once again.
Piece of cake.
Ah, I think we are here. What the heck is... It's spread all over the ground. Glowing veins of... No way! It can't be! Yeah, you sure know how to keep a guy waiting. Hey! A man with sunglasses, trying to look cool and failing at it. And the gospel on the pole. Well then. Evening, ladies. Good of you to come all the way out here. I'll do what I can to make you feel nice and welcome. You're one of Orbor's thugs, aren't you? Enforcer number 8, Walter the Direwolf. That's what they call me, at any rate. The pleasure is all yours, trust me. I assume you are the one behind these earthquakes then? Ah, come on, let's knock it off with the obvious and just get down to it. This pole is a little trick in the society's brain came up with to mess with septum veins. It normally just screws with the vein direction beneath it. You plug a gospel into this thing, though, and you can cause a local earthquake or two. That was what I was asked to test. Your experiments are over then? Oh yeah, real shame too. What I wanted to do was work up enough power to shatter buildings. Couldn't quite get to hit with that much force though. Wait, but if the buildings collapsed, all the people inside would get hurt. You catch on quick, little girlie. Some of them will get crushed under the rubble, their arms and legs smashed into jelly, left screaming like pigs. Others, they get quick deaths, heads shattered like eggs, spilling their brains out on the road for everyone to see. Hey, I've got an idea. How about we do that to you instead? That blonde head of yours looked pretty fragile to me. No, get away! You unbelievable son of a gun. Aww, now what's with that faces? I've been doing you all a favor. You see, I just think the dreary, soggy porridge of most people's life need a little spice. Thrills and suspense, you know? The kind that leaves you in a cold sweat. Put to the point where you could die at any second. Come on, don't tell me I don't have your heart pounding. Well, congratulations. You are now the worst man I've ever known. And we know Olivier. I think I see your plot now, however. You lured us here deliberately, didn't you? What? You allowed yourself to be seen all over the region. And Elmo's hot spring boiled over immediately after the earthquake at the fortress. It was all a way of broadcasting your location to us, Ah, crap. Well, close enough for bracer work, I guess. Enough talk. Let's see what you're made of. Uh-oh. Very cool. Very disgusting. We just entered the hentai scene. Look at those tentacles. Eee! What the heck are those? There are some worms that live in this area. Apparently, when you stimulate the septine veins, they grow as huge as these guys here. Well, have fun, ladies. Ah, what the heck is this? You rotten coward, fight us fair and square. Don't let them distract you, Estelle. We need to defeat the worms first. Courage, my friends. Ah, and of course CP drainers as well. Oh god, they drain everything. The pole is in the scene. Do you think we could attack that? Alright. No, it's definitely off the grid. It does look very cool though. What can we do? What can we do? Alright. Just make sure our little lady is fine.
Guys, come on!
A little boosty. All single targets. That sucks. Alright, let's just pick the closer one. I want those CP drainers off the field as quickly as possible.
This ought to perk you up.
Oh yeah, I can already taste the perk. Alright, what else?
Take that!
It will hit one of them. And the reason I'm doing this right now is because Olivier can recover his CP at an alarming rate. So by using it early, he can recover it for a second charge. And we get rid of one of the potential CP drainers, which I am not a fan of. Now all we need to hope for is they're not capable of being summoned by the rest of these monsters. Causes quakes when injured. 150 wind. She does have window. I want to check it out and see what happens. See, she's not very powerful with magic, but still. It's not bad, especially considering it's her. Ooh! Oh. Okay, does it mean that we need to prep for it? Okay, so every single one that's being hurt will do an earthquake. Sorry, I need to do this. Then we're going single target. Just one person that's gonna be attacked. Then one of them gone, then we move on to the other one.
Prepare to meet your doom! Come on, everyone! Yeah! Scary.
Alright, what can we do? What can we do? What are we going to do? Like I said, I don't think we have any group healing items, at least not yet. I don't know if that's gonna be a thing later on.
Take that.
Yeah, first we need to prep everyone for the upcoming rounds. And the reason I'm using items
We're good to go!
is because I have another idea for Shira.
This ought to perk you
That
up.
way we can finish off our healing session. So we're gonna have Olivier and Tita recover us, and then we can have our dear old Estelle attack, because I want to see what kind of physical damage she's going to do. That'll also mean that for the future we really need to make sure we have enough healing items and stuff. Well, this is a lousy tactic, but I think it's gonna work. Resist against seal. That's what it was, yes.
Oh, okay.
Now let's see if we're right or not. They're still gonna attack, but more manageable. Oh, and of course the one that's attacking has the critical on it. Oh, son of a...
My love I give to thee. My love I give to thee.
Alright, if they keep attacking him, we have some nice little group heals that we can do. The only thing is that's a little bit flaky is the fact that they are staying together, so there's a good chance that they're doing that so that we might potentially group attack them and they can hit us with a lot more damage. Which, to be honest, actually a pretty decent plan. Yeah, so I think the name of this fight is Control.
Take that.
Just make sure we're all attacking the same target. No. You're going air striking. Yeah, we're gonna take care of the two weaker ones. Yeah, you're not getting that critical. That critical is mine. Oh, it might be a waste, but at least it will be gone. 'Cause if I attack this one now, he would do an Earth Shaker right after it, so it's not going to be wise to doing that, so...
Here I come!
Damn, there's a lot more damage than I thought it was going to be. So we could have wiped one of them out, easily. Whoops. Arrow Storm. I so want to use this, but I just know it's not gonna be wise.
My love, I give to thee.
I should actually not do this, because it's very useful, healing a group of people very easily. He is our harder hitter with magic, so we should actually see if we can use him for that. Be more logical, if you know what I mean. What can we do that's in front? I don't think anything. Yeah, it's definitely gonna attack us. Unless... No, that's also not in front. The only thing that would be bigger in front is if we attack him, but that's not gonna kill it, so it's no point. Alright. 80%. Wind definitely is the better one against it. Oh, they'll definitely survive. Just to make sure it's gonna die. Okay, let's see what target Olivier picks for the next one. I think that's the one that's after him. Oh, still nice amount of damage. No, it isn't. Nice. So still 3 people in front. Let's see if you can help them.
This ought to perk you up.
This is definitely perking me up. It was actually unnecessary, but like I said, I'm playing it safe. Alright, next round we're gonna do some healing.
My love I give to thee.
But what I'm thinking is, if Tita does her art, it's gonna be after the enemy. So he's not gonna use his shake until way after, so we can possibly annihilate him before he has a chance to harm us with it. Yeah, Heaven's Kiss, really nice move. I'm finally starting to see the value in it. Yeah, this is gonna fuck you up, yes. Alright, that's in front. Also in front, beautiful. Also in front. Alright, he's definitely dead now. And we didn't resort to overusing our CP, we actually thought a little bit about what we're doing. Yeah. That'd be enough.
Enjoy the show.
Okay, we managed to win, and I think I still have most of my limbs. Phew! Phew. Such vulgar foes. I might expect it a bit much. I thought that fight would be a little less pathetic. You underestimate us at your peril, direwolf. We've slain monsters like your pets many times before. Tch, screw it. This is just sad. I didn't think you'd be this weak. What? I'm disappointed in you worms. Ooh, damn. Yeah, we're not gonna be fighting for real the Ouroboros agent, are we? This one. It's gonna be in the next chapter. They're so much more powerful than us. This is bullshit. Louis was talking out of his ass again. He tells me the Divine Blade is the only one liberal who might give me a run for my money. And this is what I get? That... no. Well, nothing for it then. I'll just have to sweet-talk the professor into letting me hunt old Fangboy. He'll be a little more exciting than this at least. What? Hold on. What? You can still talk? You disgusting sicko, listen to me. If you mean Joshua when you say Fangboy, I will never let you hurt him. Estelle. I give you props on taking my punch and still being able to stand. But give it up. I can see your knees buckling. You really think I care about that? I'll find Joshua. I'll bring him home. And I won't let scum like you get in my way. Estelle. You get why they call me the direwolf, right? I don't hold back for women or children. Or both. You're a martial artist. Sort of. I hope you know what you're asking for by pointing that thing at me. Of course I do. If you think you can beat me, come on! Nice. Tell you what, I respect your guts. You'll die in one blow, I'll make it quick. No, Estelle. Estelle, run! Die. What? Ah, a main man. Thank adios, we made it in time. Chloe? And Sin? Hey Estelle, feels like it's been ages. I meant to come sooner, but work back home took longer than I expected. I'm glad to see I made it in time. Ah, don't tell me you didn't time that on purpose, Zin. So you're the A-rank bracer low we mentioned? Perfect. It's been a while, Zin. That's right, Walter. I hardly expected to meet you here, of all places, though. I always knew you had the mind of a wolf, but tell me, when did you develop the heart and loyalty of a serpent? Oh, that'd be right after we met last. I've been having the time of my life since I joined the society too. You blind fool! Do you even realize what you've done? What you're doing? I will break the master's heart to see. Oh, spare me the righteous claptrap. You know better than anyone the path I've chosen. You keep talking nonsense and I will kill you, got it? I wonder, do you even know? Kilika's up there, in his eyes. What? She's been working there as the guild receptionist for the past 2 years. Before then, she was wandering the continent. The hell? Why bother coming to a backwater place like Liberl? What's she thinking? I don't know either, to be honest, but I do know that, even now, she wants to see you. Set aside this Ouroboros madness, Walter. Go see... Ah. I told you, talk nonsense and I kill you. Well, hey, forget Kilika. You being here just made my year. This plan of the professor is gonna be a whole lot of fun. Wait, Walter! You ladies keep working on your kung fu until next time. See ya. Walter! Thanks for saving us, Sin. Why are we here, though? Well, I stopped by the Zeiss branch, and Kilika began fussing at me a little. She told me to hurry over to Elmo to join forces with you. Kilika was worried, so I felt I had to come too. So, we have Kilika to thank. Well, thank you too. You really saved us there. Putting that aside, though, Zin, you actually know that psycho? How's it even possible? Well, he's an old acquaintance. I'll explain in detail once we return to the guild. With Walter's device gone, the dragon veins are calming, so hot springs should cool down. Estelle's group took the chance to relax in the spring once they returned to the service before going back to Zeiss. I see. So the man in the sunglasses was Walter, as I thought. Yeah, wait, what? As you suspected from the beginning? When I heard his physical description and clothing, I thought it might be possible. More to the point, you were careless. How could you allow him to escape with a gospel? Ah, come on. I didn't think it was that important. Did you forget that you're the one who shoved me off toward Elmo without so much as half an explanation? That was a mistake on my part, yes. I thought, however, that you wouldn't need me to spell out every single detail to use in. You're far less cute when you do that, you know? Regardless, Estelbright, your investigation into the earthquakes is complete. Allow me to give you your compensation for this mission. Extra points? Always happy to get that. Thanks, Kilika. But, it sounds like you two know that nut in the glasses. What's up with him? We do. How do I even begin? Quite simply, Zin, Walter and I, we were fellow students. Walter was the elder student. Elder student? You mean he was your elder in martial arts then? Well, to be precise, Kilika wasn't a student. Or just a student anyway. She was Master Ryuga's... My part doesn't matter. His daughter, of course. Walter's a student of the Taito style, and 6 years ago he left the dojo and it seems he was recruited by Ouroboros soon after. That should explain everything. Kilika. No, that's all we need to hear, she's right. So he uses the same Taito style as the two of you, huh? That explains his monstrous strength at least. Well, he's even stronger now that he was in the dojo. It's safe to say he's a true master of the style now, I think. what is properly safe to say is that he is incredibly dangerous. It seems likely we won't be dealing with any more earthquake, however. It's probably safe to relax our guard. A little bit. Seems like it. I'll let the citizens and workers know. Ah, they used yet another gospel though. And they were using it in conjunction with some kind of machine which could stimulate septium veins. Well, we consider what was done with the hologram projector beneath the Janus Royal Academy. It seems safe to me to assume the gospel massively increases the capabilities of other orbital devices. Ah yes, I believe you're correct. Holographic projection and excitement of septium veins are both possible in theory. What they do with these gospels, however, is completely beyond any understanding of orbital technology. And I don't mean just my understanding. I can't imagine anyone I know at any famous factory managing any better. It is true. I doubt either the Verne Company in Calvard or the Reinford Company in the Empire could do such things. Even the Epstein Foundation, for all its progress in tactical ordnance, could manage such a feat. In other words, the society got crazy super technology nobody else does. Indeed. They must have someone of tremendous genius and skill working for them. Huh. Well, I'll just have to show them what for. Grandpa. I suppose we have no choice now. We finished the Arsane new orbital engine too, so we have free capacity. We'll devote the central factory's full resources to analyze the gospel sample we have. Ha, of course we will. If you can figure out what the gospels are, it'll be a big help. I mean, who knows what else they're going to use them for after this. Their agents keep talking about experiments as well. Somehow, I find it hard to believe they only stop at 2. If Professor Russell will be taking care of the analysis of the gospel, I believe it would be best if your group moved on, Estelle. Yeah, I agree. We didn't catch the bad guy, but there won't be any more earthquakes, at least. Any suggestions on where to go next, Kilika? The central branch of the guild in Grancel sent a request for aid. They claim to have received an official mission directly from the leadership of the Royal Army. The Royal Army? You mean Dad? They did not share any details. They did, however, request all of you by name. There's a good chance this involves Ouroboros. Probably, yeah. Well, we can hardly turn down an invitation from the capital now, can we? Ah, then it's decided. Once we finish our last bits of business inside, let us board the next flight to the capital. Sounds like a... Wait, we? Zin, are you coming with us? Hey now, do you think I came all the way back here? Not only is Walter on the prowl, but you are still searching for Joshua, right? You can bet I'll help you, in any way I can. Aw, thanks, Zin. Having you with us will be like having 100 men on our side. That fiend with the sunglasses didn't nearly break us, little twigs. If you can help us train to resist him, it will be of great help. Of course. His moves are pretty special, but I can teach you all some counters at least. Thank you. Estelle? Shira? Can I come too? Well, the society might use more weird devices or more gospels. I think I might be able to help if they do. Please, let me take me with you. But, well, this is a bit of a pickle. I'd say it's up to Professor Russell, sir? Well, I have to say that the grandfather in me is filled with terror at the mere idea. But, as you can see, my little Tita is quite stubborn, and I want to make her dreams possible whenever I can. Go ahead, Tita. I won't stop you. Aw, Grandpa. The Ouroboros clearly have a greater technological edge than we could have ever imagined. In that sense, Tita is absolutely correct. She could be a great help to you. I'd say you're getting quite a deal. You're not selling a new product here, Professor. Well, I'd admit having Tita along really would help, but if someone like that man attacks us again, well, it occurs to me, especially given what that madman said, I don't believe the society cares at all for the safety of civilians. I don't think we can really say she'll be all that safer here. Oh. In other words, she might actually be safer traveling with us, huh? Or at least in no more danger than staying here. I think so, yes. Chloe, Shira. Okay, I get it. Come on, it's not like I wanted to say goodbye to Tita either. Estelle. That is, well... Anyway, we'll be counting on you, Tita. Okay. Well, good to see that's settled. A little group grows livelier all the time. Tita, do take care. I'll take care of unraveling the mystery of this gospel business while you're gone, don't worry. Okay, good luck, Grandpa. Don't worry too much about Professor Russell, everyone. I'll keep both eyes on him and make sure he doesn't cause any catastrophes. I'm counting on you, Mr. Murdoch. Oh, don't you have a church or something to run off to, Murdoch? I will contact Elman at the Grancel Guildhouse. May the blessings of she who dwells above with you. Take care on your journey. Yes. And chapter 2 comes to an end. Despite how I feel at the moment, this episode went on a little bit longer than I originally planned, but I think it's for the better. I think if we cut it off somewhere in mid-dungeon, it would not have flowed right, if you know what I mean. So, yes! At the end of chapter 2, we're gonna leave it here. So next time we'll continue on with the start of chapter 3. That probably means as far as we're able to. We're gonna go all around Zeiss, talking to everyone, see if there are any unfinished business we can take care of. Like I said, as far as we are allowed, because there's a good chance that we're not allowed to leave Zeiss, then we'll only talk to everyone in Zeiss. But that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you're back for chapter 3. Bye bye.